Yeah, so using the energy of the new moon is magic. It's like when you can really settle into the energies of the moon cycles and the moon phases, and using the new moon, like I was saying earlier, the coming up into the new moon, it's up into the darkness, because this is the darkest day of the year, or the darkest day of the month. And so it's a time of rest, reflection, self-care, really aligning to your authentic self, like really looking inward, coming inward, and um, really making that connection to your true purpose, and taking a look at why are you here? What's your mission in life? And so this is also the time to set intentions, plant seeds, which is why we're here today. And if you look historically at like when it's time to plant the seeds and prepare and everything, the farmers will plant their seeds on the moon, or right around that new moon energy, because once you've got that the moon begins to grow, the energy expands, and so this is supportive of crops. If you want your hair to grow, you get your hair cut on a new moon, and it will grow there. If you don't want your hair to grow, then you cut it on the full moon, because the full moon wanes, it pulls down. So it's like we have that give and take working with the moon. If we want something to grow and get bigger, we use new moon energy in the 2 weeks following. And when we're releasing and letting go of things, we use that full moon energy, right? So yes, we're here to really take a look at this new moon energy, and it's super exciting. I'm so excited you all are here. Purpose of today is to introduce you to essential oils that work with intention setting and manifestation, to teach you how to prepare your space using essential oils, to guide you through a manifestation meditation, which I absolutely love. We're going to pull in the energies of Lakshmi and offer you some practical tools and action steps. Towards the end, we're actually going to get our hands dirty and do some work. And then I'm going to leave you with some action steps to take after the class to really step into owning this intention setting and really allow you to manifest what you say you want. How does that sound, you guys?
Awesome.
Good, good, good.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Yes, 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 yes. That is what we're going to do today. So, who am I anyway? Um, I have been, I'm the creator and owner, CEO, whatever. I'm stepping into that boss babe business of my, Yoga to Life online studio. And in my online studio, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about at the end, it's not only yoga, but it's yoga, meditation, group growth programs, um, essential oil education. There's just a ton of stuff in there, which I'll give you the opportunity to check that out later. But I've been teaching yoga for over 20 years now, and I'm YT 500. I'm an author. I have a book called Yoga on Board. As you can see, I'm a sailor, and I had so many sailors tell me they couldn't do yoga because they lived on a boat. So I just took that away from them. I lived on a boat and yoga every day.
Cool.
So I'm also yoga psychology certified, a yoga to life coach, and a doTERRA wellness advocate. Yes.
Yay!
And these are accomplishments of mine that I'm very proud of. I'm also a mama bear, a nana, a sailor seeker, moon goddess, earth lover, and water mama, which just comes into my soul. And so that is Me. All right. So before we really get into the juicy part of today, what we're really here for, to the practice, I want to just share with you. And I think if we're all using the doTERRA, we all know the heartbeat of doTERRA and why we're here and why we love this company so much. Their transparency is phenomenal. Their third party testing, all of it is so amazing. And this is why I switched. I actually was with another company. I originally got into essential oils like from Whole Foods and stuff for many, many years, specifically lavender and tea tree. They were in my medicine cabinet. And I had the birds. I had two other macaws as well. And we're, I wanted some natural cleaners. Lungs and everything, so they're so sensitive. And so this is when I really started looking into essential oils as a lifestyle. And I went with a different company and made it for the cleaning products and started using the oils and stuff as well. Always thought in the back of my head, I should. I reached out to their company several times. Never got any because I just signed up online. I didn't have anybody talk to me or never heard back how to do business or anything. And after COVID, when I really shifted and opened my online studio, I'm like, I'm sharing about oils. I use oils in my classes all the time. It's like I should be adding this to my business plan. And so I knew that my friend Mina, we're all on this team, but she I said, is there training and support for building a business? And she's like, oh my gosh, you're in the right place. And so I switched over, and the more I learned, well, before I switched, I do have to say, I did a lot of research on the two companies, doTERRA and this other company. And all the reasons I went with this other company were completely muted with the testing and everything by doTERRA's testing and their transparency and the purity of their oils was so much higher. Yeah, so I switched over when I decided to add it to the business plan, switch over to doTERRA. And just like you, Jana, I am like obsessed now. It's a part of every part of my life. You don't go into a room in my home where there isn't oils. And it's been so exciting. And yesterday I had a brilliant experience with my granddaughter. She just turned 2, and this week, you know how things move so quickly if you're around little kids. She's decided that when she gets frustrated or angry, she just tenses up and shakes and just screams. And it's like, oh, what do I do? Nothing, and would not want anything. So she's doing this yesterday, and I'm like, ooh, come here. Yep, just like that, Chief.
Oh my God.
I remembered I brought my lavender. So I ran and I got my lavender, and she uses the oils with me. I have little rollers, and I'll let her put it on her and stuff. And so I just took out the lavender and I like waved it under her nose a little bit. And she's still just like screaming and screaming, but I just having it right there. And all of a sudden she was like, it was seconds. And she stopped and she's leaning in and she's smelling. I said, you want me to put some on your feet? And she's like, yeah. And she lays right down and lets me rub it on her feet. And tantrum was completely over within seconds of pulling out that lavender. It was brilliant. And that was just like so exciting for me. So yes, Stephanie, pulling those into the kids is wonderful. Gabriella, hello.
One of the first things we do actually every morning is fill the diffuser and smell different smells. And I let them pick the oils. And I also was gifted these doTERRA rollers for kids. And one is strong and one's calm. And so I'll ask them, do you want to feel strong today or calm today or both? You know, and then I'll let them like have it on their wrists and stuff. So kids really love them. It's amazing.
Yes, yes, yes. So, Gabriella, would you like to share with us? You're Miami, correct?
Yes.
And I know share with the group a little bit about you, your experience with oils, and why you're here this morning. And
that's me, right? Because I don't know if you have more Gabrielas in the line.
that's you.
Sorry that I came in late. Well, I'm in Miami, and it's been finally the sky's clearing out, and you know, with the whole, you know, I'm so used to like sunlight, and when it starts to come into those cloudy days that we've had for the last 10 days, it's like it feels heavy. But fortunately, I have my oils, and it's like I've been learning so much lately in the last month. And with the training that we did of the abundance as well, it's like, you know, those meditations have helped me a lot. And I've been bringing more of the oil experience, not only in my diffuser that is right here in the back, but also like applying a little bit on my desk, and it's like, it just changed my vibration. It's like, I'm just happy and joyful. Everybody was freaking out with election, and I'm like, I don't care what's the result. I'm just gonna pour more Melissa and love myself. And I was just like, enjoy, and like putting everybody into, oh, I'm gonna dance. I'm not even gonna watch the news. And everybody was just like hooking to like every hour. It's like 2 more votes, 3 more votes, 8, no, 4, 5. It was just like, you know, the bouncing of the stats. And let me tell you, I've worked my whole life in numbers, and I'm a numbers oriented, and I've always done research and analytics. So for me, that's very entertaining how the graph changes and the percentages. But this year I said, no, I don't care. I turned it off, and I was using my oils, and I loved it. I'm rubbing it more and using it more and more and more. I'm loving it.
Beautiful, beautiful. So excited you're here.
Me too.
Excited you're here. All right. So next up, what are essential oils? I think we are all familiar with that. I'm going to go through this though, just because I'm recording this for future use. So essential oils are the essence of the plant, the gift from earth. doTERRA actually means gift of the earth. They're distilled and prepared for you to bring the power of nature into your home. Inside many, many plants, hidden in the roots, seeds, flowers, and bark, are concentrated, highly potential chemical compounds. These are the natural compounds of the essential oils. The exciting thing is when you go to the sourcetoyou.com website, you can look up on the bottom of each of the bottles is a number, and you can type in that number and you can see what the chemical compounds of each oil is. You can see where it was sourced from, all of that wonderful scientific stuff. The essential oils give the plant its scent. They protect it from hazardous environmental conditions and even assist it with pollination, among other functions and benefits. But and the cool thing about essential oils, they're more than just natural products. With each unique chemical makeup, the essential oils have dozens and dozens of benefits for the body and the mind. The great thing about using essential oils for health purposes is when you say, if you have a pharmaceutical synthetic whatever that is supposed to fix something, let's take anxiety, an anxiety med that's a pharmaceutical. It comes in and the body doesn't know what to do with it. It has to figure out what to do with this synthetic compound. when you're using the essential oils, which are a natural product, the body automatically knows exactly what to do with it. Like if you're using adaptive or balance or serenity, the body knows exactly what to do with it because the body's very smart. The body never lies. The body knows exactly what it's doing. And when we're throwing all these toxins and all these products and all these synthetic things into the body, that's what's messing up our bodies, right? And so using the essential oils for health reasons, for emotional reasons, it's the body is like celebrating, going, yes, I know what to do with this. I'm going to support her. And of course, there are 3 ways to use essential oils aromatically in the diffuser. I've got my Rome diffuser going in the background I've got Melissa going this morning. We're going to talk a little bit about Melissa. Topically, of course, using the fractionated coconut oil to dilute it, just for sensitive skin, and it makes it go a little bit further. You can use the little roller bottles. It works very well. And then, of course, internally, there are a lot of oils that can be taken. I've got lemon and grapefruit in my water right now, which is a daily thing. The lemon helps cleanse. Grapefruit works for the metabolism. And I take frankincense under my tongue every morning just for overall well-being. So there's a lot of things. And just saying that internal use is doTERRA only. So hashtag only doTERRA for internal use. So let's take it a little bit deeper. We're going to dive into the juice of today and see how we can use our oils for manifestation. So the first thing is preparing the space. Is that driving you guys crazy not being able to see the whole screen? So it's very important when we do this kind of work to come into a space that's clean and inviting. We can do that. As you can see, I've got my entire fireplace here is my altar. This is actually the studio where I hold my classes for my online studio. And there are lots of different ways you can use oils to prepare. All right. So, Purify. This is a wonderful oil here that is great for releasing toxic emotions and entering I can't even read it, a cleansing state. I've got my Purify in a little spray bottle. I've got 20 drops in here, if that, 15, 20 drops in this little bottle with just some filtered water. Spray it around. It provides freedom from past habits and patterns. You can diffuse it, of course, and that like facilitate emotional breakthroughs if you're doing work. You can also apply it to the bottom of the feet to promote releasing of old limiting beliefs and behaviors which are blocking the new through entering. And we're going to do a little bit of that before we go into the intention setting, because the deal is if we are full up with limiting beliefs and old bad habits and all of this stuff, we're never going to have room to have new habits and new activities and new belief systems come into ourselves. And so it's really important to purify the emotional system, to purify all those beliefs, to purify the mind so we can fill it back up with good stuff. It's like having a glass of spoiled milk. You don't want to just pour fresh, good, cold milk into it because it would just ruin it and it wouldn't, you still couldn't drink it, right? So we've got to pour that spoiled milk out, clean the cup, and then pour that fresh, cold milk into it, right? So our bodies and our minds are the same thing. So we can use Purify for helping to release and empty ourselves out. I also love using clary sage and cedarwood together. I have the big spray bottle, and I started using this when I began living with birds because I always would sage. You've all heard of sage, you know, burning the sage to cleanse and purify. And burning sage has been proven to eliminate all bacteria in rooms. But I can't burn things with the birds because their lungs are too sensitive. So I started using the sage and cedarwood spray. So the sage is really important for gaining clarity. So this assists individuals in changing perceptions. It gives us puts on new glasses, allows us to put on those rose-colored glasses, if you will. It supports in dispelling darkness and illusion and helps us to see our limiting belief system and gives us the courage to see the truth. So the purity helps us release that stuff. So using these in conjunction together is really important as well. It assists in opening creative channels and clearing creative blocks, increasing the ability to visualize and imagine new possibilities. And like I said, I combine that with cedarwood in the spray bottle to invite that spiritual clarity and community. The cedarwood invokes a sense of community and connection. And so that's why I use it in my home. So those are my favorites for preparing your space, using the oil to prepare your space. You want your space to be aesthetic and clean and ready to go so you can begin the work. So then we go into looking at oils for meditation. My two favorites are Melissa, which I said I've got the Melissa in the diffuser this morning. Melissa is known for its light. It awakens the soul to truth and light. It invites one to release everything and anything that holds them back from reaching their fullest potential. Who doesn't want that, right? It assists us in receiving spiritual guidance by reconnecting us with our inner voice. It allows us to go inside and really listen to that intuition, that third eye chakra. Diffusing it shares the intense light and vibration that's contagious. It's a very enthusiastic oil. And you can also take it under the tongue. I think I want to tell myself I spelled tongue like the way the French spell it, but I don't know if that's true. I think I just misspelled it. And my second favorite and everyday meditation oil is the frankincense. This is the king of all oils. It invites individuals to let go, to raise their vibration, let go of all like negative vibrations, lies, deceptions, negativity. It also reminds us that we are loved and protected. It's a very, very powerful but very gentle oil. It enhances the practices of prayer and meditation, opens that spiritual channel to allow us to connect with God or that higher power, the goddess, whoever it is you look to outside of yourself for support. It opens those channels and allows us to connect. You can diffuse it, you can inhale it. This is what I've got right here. I always like to take it. If you've got some frankincense or Melissa or any other favorite oil, we are getting ready to go into the meditation. So I encourage you to grab an oil that you like. Top of my hand. And just breathe it in. And then frankincense is always also really good for the skin. So I always use what's left over to rub it in my face. So yes, take advantage. Go grab some oil. We're going to be going into a meditation now. So whatever is going to take you on your journey, you've got that frankincense or Melissa, I encourage you to grab one of those. Or if you've got your, we're actually going to use the Let's See, the new product of the month for our intention setting. Yes. So we'll be using that later.
It's like you call it, and I had it right here. First time I tried it.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we can use those oils to deepen meditation, deeper our prayer time. All right. Got our oils going on. Let's just take some time and we are going to start doing the work. We've got our oils. Just get yourself in a nice upright position. You want that energetic spine to be nice and long, the crown reaching up, the tail anchoring itself to Mama Earth. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. If that brings up any emotions, closing your eyes, just gaze softly down at the floor and begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the rhythm of the breath, where the breath is moving. And I invite you to squeeze and release the pelvic floor. So we're going to wake up this area and use it as an anchor. So squeezing and releasing that pelvic floor and allowing the breath as we have this squeeze and release motion, waking up this area. We're going to pull the breath down there. Allow that breath to have this downward current of energy, the pranavayu. And we're going to use this time, we're going to pull the breath in and down and release it out through the pelvic floor. Release it out through the tail. Release it out through that first chakra. So bringing the breath in and releasing. And with that release of the prana, we're releasing it back into the earth, allowing the earth to absorb any of that spoiled milk, any limiting beliefs, anything that's coming up. We're just going to bring it in and release it to the earth. The earth is there to protect us, to support us, to absorb what we do no longer serves us. So we're releasing, 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 inhaling, breathing it out through that pelvic floor. Emptying yourself out. Continue to squeeze and release the pelvic floor. And now we're going to shift the flow of the energy. We're going to allow that breath to go up and down. So we're going to inhale down to the tail, exhale up to the crown. You might even place your hand on top of the head, tapping the crown, bringing awareness to this area as well. Allowing that breath to flow up and down. Activating the entire chakra system, activating the entire nervous system. Inhaling tail to crown, bringing up that earth energy through the body. And as we exhale, crown to tail, bringing in that universal wisdom. Inhale from the tail, exhale through the crown. Inhale through the crown, exhale through the tail. Pulling in earth energy, releasing it out, pulling in that universal wisdom, releasing it out the body. Take one more good breath like this. Allow your breathing to come back to its natural rhythm. Just becoming aware of what's happening, where you notice the energy in your body. Now I invite you to very gently open your eyes and look at the screen, look at this image of Lakshmi, and just take it in. Take in the colors, the feeling. Noticing any sensations that are evoked within you by this image. We are going to go into a Lakshmi meditation now, drawing in her energy. And partway through the meditation, we'll pull in the mantra, Om Shrim Lakshmi Namaha. I invite you to, if you're in a location where it is possible and you're comfortable, to chant with me. The first three, we will do the chant 108 times. Through the chant, the first third will be chanting out loud. The second third will be mumbling, pulling her in closer to us. And then the last third will be repeating the mantra silently to ourselves as we internalize and embody her characteristics. So again, I invite you to participate. If that is uncomfortable for you, you can just do it in your head. That is okay. I'll be using my mala beads for guidance for the 108. So taking in the visions of her. Now bring your palms together before the heart center. We always begin, but in a state of gratitude. So this is Anjali Mudra, a gesture of gratitude with both palms together in front of the heart center. And bring to mind all that you're thankful for right this minute. Everything in your life, let it flow in, let it fill your heart, let it fill your soul. Everything you're grateful for. You might notice a slight smile spreading across your face. Receiving abundance always begins with gratitude. Connecting with the breath, continue to be aware of how you're feeling. And now point the fingers outward away from the body and keeping the wrists, the outside of the hands, and the fingertips together. Spread the thumbs out to the sides like open wings, creating the space to receive. This is Adhara Mudra. As you hold this mudra, begin to attune to the feelings that may be arising. Notice now that the breath is gently directed into the solar plexus, creating a space of receptivity in which you naturally open to receive more abundantly. It's activating that third chakra area, that personal power area, stepping into a space of gratitude, confidence, power. And taking a few more breaths here, just really stepping into that space. Space within your hands is a symbol of your openness to receive all of life's bounty. Your open hands also affirm that you are ready to release all beliefs of unworthiness or inadequacy that could keep you from receiving. Now imagine yourself surrounded and infiltrated by rose gold light. Feel Lakshmi at your back, protecting you, encouraging and inspiring you with her beauty and her presence. Feel her enveloping you with love and abundance. Om Shrim Lakshmi Namaha. 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 Om Shrim Lakshmaye 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 Namaha. 3 more. Om Shrim Lakshmaye Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmaye Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmaye Namaha. And now we mumble. Om Shrim Lakshmaye Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmaye Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmaye Namaha. This is calling her closer. Om Shrim Lakshmaye Namaha. 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 Last one, mumbling. Om Shrim Lakshmaye Namaha. And silently to yourself. Really take this time as you repeat this silently to yourself to connect with Lakshmi. Begin to place her inside of yourself. Transfer her essence. Transfer the essence of Lakshmi inside of your body, mind, and heart. Bring into your being all that Lakshmi represents: wealth, beauty, prosperity, abundance, good fortune, eternal happiness, love, positive opportunities, illuminated life. Bring these all into you. Feel them inside of you. Activate the awareness of essence of Lakshmi inside of yourself. Recognize that you are the embodiment of Goddess Lakshmi. And release the chant. And begin to reflect on that which you're asking to receive, noticing both your surface level needs as well as your deeper intentions. Deeper intentions for love, self-worth, inner peace. What is filling your hands? Make your request to the divine source which lies within you, choosing words that reflect your intention clearly from the deepest part of your being. Begin to visualize that which you've requested within our hands as it manifests reality, envisioning all the ways that it will support your life journey. How will you feel when this is reality? How will your life be different? What will it look like? Who will you be? How will you show up in the world? And now surrender your request, recognizing that the universe always provides exactly what you need, allowing you to continue your journey with openness and receptivity. Affirm your openness to receive by silently embracing these words. I open to receive abundantly by aligning my needs with the one source energy. I open to receive abundantly by aligning my needs with the one source energy. I open to receive abundantly by aligning my needs with the one source energy. Slowly release your hands into your lap and become aware of your breath, the sensations within the body, and any feelings that are arising. And when you're ready, softly open your eyes, returning your gaze upon the altar of Lakshmi. How we feeling, ladies?
Amazing.
Receptive.
Yeah, I like receptive. Beautiful, beautiful.
Grounded.
All right. Are you ready to get to work?
Yes.
Let's do this. All right. So now it's time to really get to work. So we're going to go through the essential oils, which I have got the, let's see, this. I just got mine yesterday. This is the free product of the month, this month only. And if you haven't got it, get it ordered today, because today's the last day you can get it and you can't order it any other time. So that's one of the brilliant things about ordering LRP and doing it between the 1st and the 15th of the month, is getting this free product. Love it. So let's see, if the oil of manifestation, couldn't be more perfect timing, right? Timing. Yeah.
Hi.
But this is a,
Hi, Mandy.
what's that?
Perfect time. Perfect time for you to receive. I'm going to stay in mute now because I speak too much.
So Litz is a mobilizer of the will. It helps encourage something. Encourage us to follow through with our inspiration and promptings. So how many times, I know I'm totally guilty of this, I get inspired and I get little prompts from the universe. It's like, do this, and I never follow through, right? Can anybody else relate? Yeah. So Lindsay invites us to really have the confidence to act on our own intuition, to act on these promptings, to act on these inspirations. It allows us to trust in our wisdom that, or in a wisdom that is beyond our current understanding. We get to trust that things will happen. This encourages or instills courage to face the fear that comes immediately after inspiration. How many of you relate to that as well? It's like you get inspired and you're like, I can't do that. This is going to be like my magic little bottle. I'm going to treat this like magic because this is everything I need. It also acts as a catalyst for living in accordance with one's higher purpose and our internal compass, which helps us to get out of our own way, how many of you also get in your own way? I am like double counting on that one. And so it really assists in the manifestations of infinite possibilities. I am like so into this. I'm so excited. Researching this oil, it got me so pumped up, so pumped up. So we're going to use the Let's See. So if you've got Let's See in your hands right now, go ahead and grab it. I'm going to just drop a couple drops in the palm of my hand. Again, if you don't have it yet, get that order in today. Oh, and it's such a refreshing scent. It's citrusy for sure, but soft, very soft citrusy smell. Floral too. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I just want to bathe in it. So we're going to use Let's See for the oil of manifestation. And if you don't have that, if you've got frankincense bringing about the truth is also going to help you get to the truth of what you want, the truth of what you need in your life. All right, so going into my manifestation flow, I have been using this and I've recently updated. I used to call it the success formula, and that just felt too rigid. So I've recently updated it to the manifestation flow in my Life by Design. I've got a 4-month course that this encompasses. And it always again begins with gratitude. And then we move into clear intention. We can use that clary sage to help bring us that clarity, that intention. And right action, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this. I don't have a lot of it in there. Right action comes by taking steps, those small steps, the SMART goal, setting SMART goals. The thing is, we can be clear as a bell about what it is we want, but unless we take action, we'll never get anywhere. I was so excited just last week, I think it was, there's a new video on Netflix called Beyond the Secret. I'm guessing everybody's heard of or seen The Secret, right? Many, many years ago. Well, this was the missing component, because I have dealt with so many people in my life that have said, yeah, that whole secret, the law of attraction, it's all bullshit, because, you know, it's like, you can't just have an intention and think about it and it's going to appear. And that's correct. So Beyond the Secret brought us to the one missing component in the law of attraction, which is action. And it really confirms. And the thing I like the most is the word attraction. The last 6 letters of attraction is action, right? You've got to take action, and it's got to be right action. It can't be the action, and I'm guilty of this as well, of staying busy, getting on the treadmill and just running and telling yourself, you know, you're doing everything, you're taking action, you're being busy. But it's not right action, and there's a difference between right action and busy action. Right action, every action step you take is moving you towards your goal. If it's not moving you towards your goal, then it's not right action. And if you have clear intention, if you have right action, you will achieve your desired results. And then the next step is reflection. And this is kind of where we're at right now in this time of year. We can reflect back on the past year, reflect back on the past month, and look at what worked, what didn't work. Look at our actions, looked at our intentions, because if we're not seeing desired results, then right action, or our intention was not clear. And either one of those can be. So if you are super, super clear of what your intention was, then look at the right actions. If you knew you were taking actions, but you didn't really know where you were headed, that is the intention portion. So the reflection is a really, really important part of this of manifesting also. And then we get to adaption. If you didn't receive your desired results and you reflect what worked, what didn't work, then you adapt. You either clarify your intention or you adjust your actions, adjust your small goals in there. And one thing I do want to bring up is the difference between intention setting and goal setting. Intention comes from the heart. It comes from the soul. And intention is how you want to feel, how you want to be. Does that make sense? And then the goal setting, the goals are those action steps that will get us to our intention. That makes sense. Yeah. So that's the difference. Goals come from the mind, intention comes from the heart. So the goals are the steps, the action steps necessary to get our clear intention. So that might be our clear intention, might be to feel ease and peace within our financial life. The action steps necessary are to, okay, I'm just using myself as an example here, ease and peace, security within my financial life. The action steps are necessary are to build the membership of my online studio, or to introduce more people to the oils. So there's all these little steps, and looking back at desired results, okay, yeah, I didn't really get the desired results I was looking for. So reflecting back, and this is one thing I'm actually doing today. Full transparency, you're getting my life here today. So I'm looking back at the action steps I took to get. So it's like all those steps, all those action steps are broken down to bite size. It's like you're not going to eat the whole elephant at the same time. So you break them down, break them down, break them down, break them down. So in order for me to bring new members into my studio, I get to be active on social media. I get to be visible in different networking circles. I get to connect with people. So what didn't work? What did work? And that's what I'm going to be really looking deeply at today. It's like, okay, this is what I did. This is what worked. This is what didn't work. And then preparing a new plan of action, right? So breaking the bites down into bite-sized pieces for the adaption. And then once we do hit those desired results, and even if we don't hit those desired results, we get to celebrate, because if we don't hit our desired results, we celebrate the shit out of life because, yes, I did it anyway, and I learned a lesson. I got to learn what worked, what didn't work. So now I get to adjust, pivot, shift, be grateful, and start the cycle all over again. This is why it's in a circle. It's a flow, right? And so we're in a constant flow of manifestation, and we just have to remember where we are and remember it's like, okay, if this isn't working, what do I get to do? I get to celebrate, I get to adapt, and I get to be grateful, and then clarify, take right action, and move forward. So we're going to go a little even deeper than that as we go. We're going to bring in some yoga philosophy here because, yes, I am a yoga instructor. So I'm going to, do you guys see that I move the thing down when I do that? Or is it just me? Are you seeing the whole slide, or are you seeing?
Yeah. No, we see full slide.
Oh, good. Okay, so it's just me.
Even the corners with the orange little circles out.
Okay, cool. Beautiful. All right, so bringing in the Om. I think everybody here is said you've got some relationship to yoga. And so we're all familiar with Om. This is the beginning, the end, the original sound. And it's an important sound because the Om is the vibration of the entire universe. So we're going to use this vibration to bring it into the body to support us in listening to the body. All right. So we're going to go through this. We're going to do a little bit of journaling, and then we're going to actually use this sound to support us. So looking at the A, it's always done in 3 or 4 parts. The the letter A, is the beginning. So it starts down in the root chakra. It is the outward knowing. It's our conscious level, our waking level. This is everything that comes in, you know, it's like what we're aware of. The ooh, which is starting to move up. This is more into the heart chakra, throat chakra. This is the inner knowing, the subconscious, the dreaming state. And then as it comes around, it moves up through the chakra system and up and over into the mouth. This is the unknowable, the unconscious, that deep sleep. And then the silence, which is the 4th part and the very important part of this vibration, is pure bliss, pure consciousness. It's where we hit that meditative state. So as we use this, when you chant Om, it starts at the base of the spine. So the sound moves through the body, vibrating the entire energy system in the body. Now, when we move this into a more Western coaching perspective, we can use that first sound, that root chakra area, the ah, as we can write down or use a single word or phrase that's going to anchor us into our intention. The ooh is our unique understanding. When we write down a word, it could be a word freedom. That word is going to mean something completely different to each one of us. So we have our unique understanding, our unique definition. The is meaningful and measurable. So this is where we're getting into the SMART goal aspect, the right action. It's meaningful and it's measurable. We take in the heart and the head right there. And then the silence is the taking that insight and putting it into action. So we've got those 4 steps. So now what I want you to do is, I'm assuming everybody has their journals, take your journal and just begin to free flow. Just begin to free flow what you want. So if you can imagine Lakshmi holding her handful of gold, it's just the gold is falling out of her hand. She's got so much gold that she's holding and offering. What is your gold? What are you creating? What are you manifesting? What do you want? Just free flow. Whatever comes down, just start free flowing, journaling, journaling, journaling. Identify it, see it, feel it. Begin to imagine if you were to welcome this in, what would it be like? Are you ready to receive this? How would this change your life? What would your life look like if this was achieved? How would your life be different? This can be, you can look at, you know, finishing out the end of the year, 4 to 6 weeks, or if you have something bigger, if you want to go ahead and look forward to 2021, setting your intention for the upcoming year, you can begin to do that. Whatever it is, set your own timeline. And then begin to narrow it down. It's like, if I were to succeed this, if I were to achieve this, what would it look like? What is the one word or short phrase that would encapsulate this intention? What is your goal? Begin to really look at the words you're writing and what they mean to you. What is that meaning? What is the heartfelt why? What does that mean to you if you were to achieve this? Remember how powerful words are. And we want to choose words that we really resonate with, that the meaning is very deep within us. So I want to begin to look for the metrics, the measurability, and the meaning. So if we can identify the intention and the overall goal, where the measurability, a metric, if it's a number, we can measure it. How are you going to measure this? Let's give you a short while longer. Really looking at the metrics and the meaning. How will you measure it? And what does it mean to you? What is the why? All right, let's wrap it up here. We're going to come back into our bodies. You're going to have plenty of time. I'm going to give you some action steps to take after we're done here. So you have plenty of time to really work on this and define it. So bringing yourself back up to a nice, easy, comfortable, relaxed, elongated, spacious feeling and posture. So I invite you to bring that. We don't need to do the whole Om, but I invite you to begin to hum, creating a vibration in your body. Just when you begin to hum, you'll notice, especially around the mouth and the nasal passages, you'll notice the vibration in the skull. Feel that vibration. And then start playing with that vibration. Tap your third eye, bring that vibration into the third eye. Notice how you can move the vibration, bringing it upward into that third eye, activating your intuition. Tap the crown of the head, bring that vibration all the way up, activating your universal wisdom. Feel that vibration. And now bring it down into the throat. You can touch each area as you bring it down, moving that vibration, activating the entire body. And down into the heart, and see how low you can go. Bring it down. Can you still feel it vibrating in your heart? Bring it down to that solar plexus. Can you feel it down here? Can you pull it down that far? And then continue down the second chakra. And down into that pelvic girdle. Squeeze and release the pelvic floor. Seeing if you can feel that vibration coming all the way down. So we're activating all of the 7 chakras, vibrating the body. Using the hands to support the movement, bringing it down to those lower areas in the body. Feel the vibration all the way down into the pelvic floor. Notice if it's a struggle for you. And that's okay. And now release your efforting, stop the humming, and just notice. Notice the vibration throughout the body. Feel the body vibrating. Bringing your awareness back to your intention, back to those action steps, that measurable and meaningful intention. What else is there? If you've got a timeline, what else is on your plate during this timeline? What other obligations do you have? Considering the holidays are coming up, previous obligations. Do you have the energy, the attention necessary to achieve these things you've written down? We want to be real. We want to be real and honest with ourselves. Honesty with ourselves, being truthful to ourselves, sets us up for success. Go ahead and gently open your eyes and go back to your journaling. And if you need to update your metrics, update your goals, make any shifts. Be as specific as possible. We're going quite over. We're about an hour and a half. I apologize, ladies. This is just too much fun. Guess I get to update my timing for these sorts of classes. So just updating anything, really taking into consideration everything else that's going on in your life, being truthful to yourself, being aware of the words you're using and what they mean to you. And being conscious of how will you know when you have this? This is the measurability. Why is it important to you? This is the meaning. How will your life be different? How is it measured specifically? So the more specific we can be, the easier it is to achieve, easier it is to break it down and take those action steps.
I'm sorry, Kim, I have to go.
Okay, I love you, sister.
Love you. Thank you so much. This has been amazing.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. So this will be a work that you'll be able to continue on your own throughout the day or the week or the month. So it is an invitation to manifestation using the SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant. So the SMART goals are relevant to your intention and timely. There's a time limit on them. So continue to refine and clarify your intentions. Set your SMART goals for your action steps. Text me for any more information about essential oils. I think everybody here has them in their hands already, so that's super exciting. And you can also give me a text and ask me how to become a member of my Yoga to Life online studio. I offer 12 live classes every week, plus there's recorded classes and meditations and all kinds of fun stuff. The group growth programs. I have my VIP vision casting 4-month program, my Life by Design 4-month program, and Essential Integrations 4-month program. So I've always got something going on year round, which is pulling into my new year-long program called the Psychology of the Seasons, where we go really deep into looking at not only the moon phases, but the phases of each season and what best serves us in moving forward in life and using the seasonal energy as well.
Kim, I'm sorry, what's your number again, please?
Let me go back to that. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, and also in the studio too, if you're fairly new to yoga or haven't had a long practice, I've got my 6-week Yoga Foundations online course. It's a 6-week course for people. It's the very beginners. It's the foundation. It is kind of an overview of yoga as a whole, but it also has the postures broken down, all the basic postures for a flow class broken down, and it's wonderful. There's so much in that online studio. It's like that's where everything that's happening is happening in there. And I just want to end with the Yoga Sutras, book 2, number 36. To one established in the truthfulness, actions and their results become subservient. And what this means is standing in a space of truth. This is the second yama. Standing in a space of truth. We talked about, I brought up the point, being truthful to yourself in what you want, what you're capable of achieving, looking at those truths and looking at the truth and not the limiting beliefs that sometimes we hold on to, but the real truth, our essence of truth. Then we take the actions and the results just happen naturally. So that looking at, it's kind of a different perspective of the second yama of truthfulness and honesty. Generally, we portray it outward, which is definitely important. We want to be honest and truthful in our dealings with others, but being honest with ourselves inside is what truly propels us forward. Yes. This has been so much fun.
Thank you.
So much fun. Get off of here. There. All right.
Thank you. Been
Yeah, thank
amazing.
you so much.
Okay. I don't know about you, but this has been amazing for me. I just thank you all so much for being here.
You.
So super exciting for me.
So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kim.
You bet. If you have any questions come up or need more guidance or anything, just text me and I'm there. I'm there for you.
Thank you.
Yes.